shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
What I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, 4 down. Hey, look, 3.
Carr going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Ready, blue lane. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 56. Mike. Vamos. Easy. Mike 56. Mike 56. Come on. Guys, pick it up. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Ready. White 25. 56.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What's up?
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go get him. 47's the move.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints' 24.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. Showing it. Express.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Monday, down. 180. 47. I got you. Pop. Kill.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his target, that's Moore. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has when he has to...
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
47. Check, 47.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Express. Go. Express. 47 is the mic. You gonna get this boy?
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And you saw. Go.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Winston. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13. First down, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Winston. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We're good. White Monday down. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Rabbit. Express. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Let's go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Kill. Look, squeeze. Hit it.
And some room to work. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. A first down throw for Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, crunch.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They run it again with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
They'll try to run with Murray. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 77 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Jameis now on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's Winston. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Winston now. And this is Cook with a grab. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
Flushed out right. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Just like that.
From the 29, Winston. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Winston. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Easy, easy, easy. Roy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 20.
They'll throw again. Winston. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Winston. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Down. You wide 8-8. Settles the mic. Lawyer John.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth.